So now, let's make a holographic sight material using the ring function we drew earlier. Ring sight material. So let's say this plane represents the glass in some kind of reticle on a weapon. You set up your weapon to have a material on the main part of the weapon and then a separate material on the glass in that reticle that you look through. So, let's take our ring function, and let's say we want to use this one plane to draw 3 rings that look like they're in front or behind this plane and kind of move relative to that, so that when they're all aligned, you know it's pointed straight forward with parallel to your view. So our material needs to be translucent, and our shading model will say default lit. We'll have 3 rings. And then we'll have a scalar parameter. And we'll call it ring opacity. Description. The opacity of an individual ring. And by default, we'll make this 0.75. Sounds good. And then we'll make another scalar parameter, outer radius. Another one called inner radius. Let's see. Depth 1. Depth 2. And depth 3. Radius inner, link up to our 3 rings. Radius outer, also link up to our 3 rings. Now, vector parameter. And we will call this vector parameter sight color. The description of this one will be color of sight. Apply. Apply the opacity. And then add. Can we add another pen in here? No, we could have blueprints, but not here. That's just copy our add and link our add to our add so we can add all the things we need to add. Opacity. And of course, we don't have all our parameters plugged up yet, so it's not going to be happy with this. constant 2 vector. Our origin for this will be right in the center, 0.545. Now, how are we going to simulate depth on this material? Well, we're going to use the bump offset, which is normally used to take a height map and sort of simulate depth like in the grout between bricks on a wall material, that sort of thing. But it does basically the same thing we do to simulate a holographic site with like an actual hologram here. So, texture coordinates, plug in to the coordinates on the bump offset. We need 3 of these. Height ratio. I think the height ratio is used to scale a map. We're passing in constant numbers, so let's see. Depth 1, 0. Depth 2, negative. Really, this should be height, not depth. Oh well. Still call it negative 1 and 3, negative 2 for now, and we'll see how those look. Put these into height. I didn't realize I copied the descriptions with these until now. Coordinates. Now, the bump offset is going to alter the coordinates based on the angle of the plane this texture is on, this material, and compared to your camera, and the height that you put in. And so that should be enough to, yeah, okay. So look at this. This looks like a 3D structure, but it's not a 3D structure, it's a 2D structure. So if we go over here, we break the effect. For these angles, looks very good, although we don't have enough depth. So let's try negative 10 and negative 20. We'll leave our first one still. That looks pretty good. So let's make our sign color blue. And let's plug that up to a multiply. Let's see if we can tidy up. Let's add just a little bit of green. Let's see what color we get. Yeah, I like that. So let's apply, let's save our finished material. Now, if we had access to arrays of for loops inside the material editor, we can actually just have a parameter for the number of rings, and then do some math in the for loop to keep adding, or subtracting depth for each subsequent ring, and then you could just have one material and set the number of rings for code anytime you use it over. But this is fine for now. So this would be cool for a shotgun type weapon with a more precise weapon. Maybe you would want to have 2 rings at different depths and then like a crosshair at a depth in between those, then that could work pretty well. Make the rings a lot smaller. And of course, there are entirely different ways you could use this setup for things that aren't weapon sights. I think that'll okay. So let me make this bigger and give the final. Oh, that's weird. The effect was a little wonky when I scaled the window for a moment. So you can see there's the edge of our plane. This is just one flat plane, making you think that it's 3 flat circles layered. I think I saw on the forums someone did a holographic sort of wristwatch thing that had multiple layers of planes. But using the bump offset, you could actually simplify that down to only a few layers of planes to I don't know, keep your model simpler, save on performance. I don't know. It just depends on what's easier when you're making things like that. If you like this tutorial and you learned something, leave a like, comment below if you'd like, subscribe, maybe. I'm going to try to start uploading more frequently. If you don't, leave an angry comment, dislike the video, and if you don't like the video and you're already subscribed, I guess you unsubscribe, or at least leave an angry comment threatening to unsubscribe or saying you unsubscribe. Unsubbed, exclamation mark. Leave one of those. Class dismissed.